now is the part of service where we share why we give back to God. And our wonderful sister Helena here has asked me to read 1 Chronicles chapter 29. And I'm going to start in verse 9. 1 Chronicles chapter 29, starting in verse 9. Okay. Verse 9 says, "The people rejoiced at the willing response of their leaders, for they had freely given wholeheartedly to the Lord. David the king also rejoiced greatly. David praised the Lord in the presence of the whole assembly, saying, 'Praise be to you, Lord, the God of our father Israel, from everlasting to everlasting. Yours, Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the majesty and the splendor, for everything in heaven and in earth is yours. Yours, Lord, is the kingdom. You are exalted as head over all. Wealth and honor come from you. You are the ruler of all things. In your hands are strength and power to exalt and give strength to all. Now, our God, we give thanks and praise your glorious name. But who am I, and who are my people, that we should be able to give as generously as this? Everything comes from you, and we have given you only what comes from your hand.'" And I give you Helena.
Thank you guys for allowing me to share. My name is Helena. And the reason why I give contribution is simply because it doesn't belong to me, but it belongs to God. Quickly, and thank you, Kai, for sharing the scripture. A short story, and I know some of you guys heard of it from me. And it's really regarding the singles retreat recently, which I was excited to hear, but at the same time, I was like in my heart, when I found out the information, I was just like, God, I actually don't want to go, because I felt like I wasn't prepared for it. And it's so interesting because even though I decided I wasn't going to go, I said I'm not going to go, God put me in positions to be able to help or lead in those spaces. And I was like, God, I said I'm not going to go, so why do you need me here? And after like just getting open and being honest, guys, this is the importance of discipling relationship. So grateful for my discipler. And she was helping me to see that like my loyalty is not to when I want to give. It's not when I want to serve, but it is to God. And so with learning about this with the retreat, I'm like, okay, my loyalty is to God. I'm going to go, and we're going to have a good time. And helping everyone get registered or like just figuring out rides. We got it. Okay, good. Come to find out that I didn't get a ride myself. I'm like, okay, we're not going. All right, but let's exhaust all of our options here. I call my Cheryl. I'm like, how are you going? She's like, no, I have work. I'm like, okay, so we're not going. I'm like, all right, we're not going. So I texted one of the coordinators, and I was like, hey, sis, so I'm not going to go anymore to the singles retreat. Is it okay if I get like a refund, or if not, it's fine? She was like, yeah, you can get a refund. I'm like, yes, this is great. Okay, we're good, God. 5 minutes later, another sister texts me, hey, sis, so we have a woman studying the Bible, and she would love to go, and she doesn't have an opportunity to go. Would you be willing to give up your ticket or even partial? I'm like, God, what are you teaching me? What more are you teaching me? wait. And it's so crazy because I'm like, I text this and I share this with Kai, and he just texts me, it's better to give than to receive. I'm over here like, okay. Okay, you know the good you ought to do, and then somebody tell you the good you ought to do, and you're like, okay, thank you. I'm like, thanks. But I love sharing. I'm sharing this because ultimately, like, yes, I'm so grateful for a discipling relationship and brothers and sisters that are willing to hold me accountable. But at the same time, God was exposing my heart. The first time is I wasn't loyal to him. I was so loyal to myself. And then the second time is like, would I still be willing to go to the retreat for myself or to serve him in any capacity? Was I still willing to give up my ticket and withhold it, or to give it to someone else who may need it even more? And ultimately, it wasn't mine to begin with. And so all that to say, going back to the scriptures, David says, but who am I and what is my people, that we should be able to offer willingly, for all things come from you, and of your of your own have we given. And so I wrote down the deeper meaning of this scripture. To me, is like the Israelite understood something so simple, and it took me a long time and through this whole process that giving is not losing something that belongs to me, but giving is returning something that already belongs to God. And so their joy came from realizing that God trusted me enough wholeheartedly with this. Oh my goodness, so I can give it back to Him. And so God was teaching me, Helena, again and again, like your time, your heart, your skills, your talent, your resources is not yours. It's mine. Even your money, it's mine. Yes, you work those hours. It's still mine. And what is a privilege to better, like I said, it's definitely better to give than to receive. And so for me, learning and growing in the conviction that whatever opportunities, whether it's getting a job, getting a new gig, getting extra money, or to be in a place of influence, whatever it is, or giving to brothers, building the kingdom, that is an opportunity to give back to God. And so giving back to Him, I give because it doesn't belong to me, and my loyalty is not to what God gives me, but ultimately what belongs to Him and who He is as my God. So that's why I give.